Today we're in the USS Wisconsin, which besides being my favorite Iowa class in real life, she's also the Iowa class in the game that's a tier 8 in lieu of being a tier 7. She has a reload booster, but the usual Iowa class, superb accuracy, good speed, all those things that you'd come to expect. Normally, I play the Iowas as kind of probably the way most people do, as long range snipers. This Iowa, I like to switch back and forth between sniper and brawler mode because that reload booster can come in handy, I should say, when you get up and close and personal with other ships. So you can see right now, Hayate is spotted, launched torpedoes. I'm going to slow my ship down here to try to dodge at least some of these torpedoes. And I think I'm going to succeed here, but I know that destroyer is still alive. And here comes, yep, sure enough, because that destroyer, our destroyer, is doing his job and spotting for us, he's out in front. You noticed I used my first reload booster. That was so I can get HE loaded right away in case the opportunity presented itself. It did. It's just that the destroyer got the shot off before I did. See, this is torpedoes coming in. I know I'm not going to dodge them, but I'm going to try to put them on my belt, because that is going to give me better torpedo damage reduction and less chance of a flood, rather than if I had just taken them square on the bow, on the nose, so to speak. So I'm going to fire one at the Kansas. I'm suspecting, and there they are right there. I can see them off to the left. You saw me glance that way. So I know there's two ships, and they are spotted most likely by the cruiser that's on my left. But I also know that destroyers usually are the higher priority, and you want to try to help your teammates, especially in a destroyer on destroyer fight. You want to try to take, even if it's only 1,000 health from the enemy destroyer, if anything that can help get rid of that ship, because those things have the smallest detection range and they can do the most damage with their torpedoes. I'm trying to keep my bow sort of towards the ships that I know here are around the corner. I'm also trying to tuck myself in against the island to try to make the I don't know if you call it an oblique angle or an acute angle, but I'm trying to get it so I can basically cross the T. Because in real life, crossing the T is a naval maneuver that allows the people who are broadside the advantage, whereas in World of Warships, crossing the T usually is a maneuver that gives you the advantage if you're the bottom of the T. I hope that makes sense, because I'm not sure it did to me. But anyways, so right now I've got the Atlantico, a ship I absolutely love to destroy because I hate the Atlantico because it's so tough. And I've got a Musashi, and you can see what happens when a broadside Yamato class comes out. You're going to look at this and say to yourselves that you probably think that I was just trying to ram him, because no, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do here, I'm going to do the same thing to Musashi, is I'm trying to cut that angle behind them. I'm basically trying to outrun their turret traverse by doing this. Atlantico's guns, I'm not super scared of, although I don't really want to be completely broadside. I wish I had waited a little bit longer for this Musashi to kind of turn broadside to me, because right here, if I had taken that shot, I think I probably could have ended the Musashi and walked away with this with another kill. But I'm going to show you, I've messed up twice now, I think. Arguable the first time with using the reload booster, because that guy had such little health, but I've been burned so many times in the past. But I should have been able to take that second shot on that Musashi to end him. So right now, we're going to have the Atlantico. I'm going to show you another mistake I'm going to make. So the Atlantico is basically broadside to us, and no, because the Atlantico is apparently impossible to citadel, even with American 16-inch super heavy armor-piercing projectiles. The Atlantico, we're still able to do a bunch of damage to them, even though we're not able to get that citadel. So I can see the Atlantico. I think he's turning back. Oh, he's turning back. And right there, you see I only had a little time left in that reload. I use that reload booster. And it's something that it's a bad habit of mine. I do often. There's no point in using that reload booster with, one, an enemy that's on so little health, and two, when your guns are about to reload anyways. But you can see we end up walking away with this one with the kill, and I hope you walk away from this video somewhat entertained and educated. See you next one.